Number one advice is to learn French. If as much as you can, learn French as early as you can. Get good scores sa CELPIP or sa IELTS. And find a job na nasa tier 0, 1, 2, 3.
Hi guys! What's up? It's Sarky!
And Aileen!
And welcome to our Canada journey.
Magigil ka.
Ayan. So, alam ko, marami nang naghihintay sa inyo kung ano yung CRS ko. Kaya nakuha namin yung ITA last year ng July and we were able to get our permanent residency. So, magiging transparent po kami sa inyo. Ipapakita namin sa inyo yung CRS and we will discuss it one by one kung paano namin nakuha yung score na yon. Makikita nyo, ang total score ko po is 514.
Wow!
Eh, yung draw nung July po is 510. So, pasok
Konting
sa
konti
banga. Pasok sa banga yung score namin. Kaya naka-receive kami ng ITA.
Yes.
Ayan. I-discuss po namin one by one kung paano namin nakuha yung score sa each category na yan. Medyo technical to at saka madugo. If you want to learn and to have a better understanding on how you can improve your scores, you should stay and watch.
Yes.
Okay? And everything that we will be discussing today is based on what I read and what you can see sa CIC website. It is there. Na-explain lahat. Pero i-base ko yung explanation ko sa score na meron kami. Alright? So, let's proceed! Okay, sa CRS, there are 4 categories na hati siya. That would be, number 1, core or human capital factors. Number 2, your spouse or your common law factors. So, kung ano yung makakontribute niya sa inyo.
Wala.
Sus Mariose.
Na score. Huwag naman, agad naman. And then number 3, yung skill transferability factors. And the last one, number 4, would be the additional scoring points or the additional points, which I think also contributed a lot sa aming score, total score. Okay, so let's proceed sa human capital factors. Number 1.
Age. 50
Ayan.
points.
50. So, just to give you an idea, ang maximum score a person can get kapag may asawa siya or may common law partner siya is 100.
Oh.
Yes, I only got half of it, 50. So, can you guess kung ilang taon na ako? Malapit na ako mawala ng points. Konting-konti na lang, di ba? So, 45 years old and above no longer get any points. But, for you to get the maximum points, dapat nasa edad na 20 to 29 ka. That's 110 para sa mga single. And sa mga katulad kung may partner, that would be 100 maximum points.
Hati lang.
And as you age, pababa yung score ninyo. So, I got 50 there.
Tama.
Okay, the next one.
Level of education. 119 points.
Okay, level of education, I got 119. The reason behind that is because yung WES evaluation ko, ang equivalency po ng natapos ko sa Pilipinas is the same as kung ano yung dito sa Canada. So, I also got a bachelor's degree equivalency sa WES ko po. So, if you're not familiar with that, you can research on that. You can either go for ICAS or WES. I went for WES and I got the bachelor's degree equivalency. So that's a total of 119. And I also have a 2-year post-grad certificate. So that contributed to that 119 score. According sa CIC website, kaya 119 yung score ko kasi I have 2 or more certificate, diploma, or degree. Okay, so the third one for the human capital factor is
First official language proficiency. 128 points.
so, yan po yung CELPIP nyo or yung IELTS test result ninyo. I got 128 kasi this is the breakdown that for the test results that I have. Ayan! So, as you can see, my listening is 11 points. Reading is 10 points. Writing is 10 points. And speaking is 10 points. So, That's why I have 128
Taas yung ano niya.
points. Yes po. So, according kasi dito sa CIC website, kung titingnan ninyo, bawat kaukulang CLB na nakukuha ninyo per category, may equivalent points siya. So, pag-a-add nyo lang yun for you to arrive kung ano yung score ninyo. Ganon. So, since CLB 10 ako pataas sa lahat, 32 points each. So, 32 times 4 ninyo. Kaya ako naka 128. Kasi yun yung pinaka-max score that you can get for a language test. Okay.
Ako nag-review sa kanya, guys.
Oo, sobra. Ang galing ni Sarky. Bilib na bilib ako. Alam nyo ba kung ilang beses siya nag-take ng selfie?
4.
Tanga talaga.
So, sa kanya kayo magpaturo. Okay, and the last one for human capital is?
Second official language proficiency.
Ayan. Anong score ko?
0.
0! Kasi, yan yung score para sa French. Okay, hindi po ako nag-take ng French language test. I don't think I can. And given the fact that we are running out of time, I don't have enough time to learn
Pero
French.
binalak mo dati. Hindi?
Binalak ko dati,
Sa
pero...
basement tayo.
Oo, trinay ko. Talagang hirap na
Sila
hirap
ni
ako.
JC.
Trinay namin, I think, for a week si JC and then he gave up. But he got his PR naman. Ako talagang, I accepted na it won't be easy for me to learn that because I have a baby, I'm working. I don't think I can do it. So, buti lang talaga mabait si Lord. But, I know a lot of people who are enrolled in classes for French right now. I would strongly recommend na kung meron pa kayong 3 or 4 years sa permit niyo, learn French. Kasi mataas po ang draw nila, mababa ang score. So, go for that. Okay? So, let's go for the last one for the human capital factors.
Canadian work experience, 46 points.
Yes, so I got 46 for Canadian work experience. Sorry, nakikita nyo bumababa yung mata ko. I'm trying to, ito yung cheat sheet ko sa CIC pa rin kasi ayoko ma-technical ako. So, kaya ako naka-receive ng 46 points for Canadian work experience because I have more than 2 years of work na dapat kasi under tier 0, 1, 2, 3 ka in order for you to get that particular score. So, 2 years is 46.
Taas naman.
Yes. Okay, so let's go naman sa kung ano yung makakontribute ng spouse or common law ninyo sa score ninyo. Let's start.
Okay, level of education, 0.
0.
Galing ha?
Yan, kasi naman, nag-aral siya ng 9 years. And ang equivalency niya is senior high school with 1 year post-secondary.
Oh, ata.
Oo, so parang first year college. K-12 with 1 year na college na study. Parang ganon. So, kaya 0 siya. Kasi wala siyang bachelor's.
True.
Or at least 3 years, diba? And then the next one?
First official language proficiency.
Ayan.
6.
6.
Patumpik-tumpik lang yun.
Kaya naman siya nag-arrive sa 6 kasi yung tatlong category niya, which is listening, writing, and listening. Listening, writing, and reading is 5. So, 1 points each siya. So, that's 3. And then, yung speaking niya yung pinakamataas, which is 7. So, that's equivalent to 3 points, a total of 6.
Wala kasing review yun, guys. Pang night ako eh.
Nakalusot ka ha?
Sabi niya 4, okay na. So, pagka-exam, yun, gising.
Oh, di ba? 7 pa siya sa speaking. Biruin niyo yun. Kaya niyo yan. Okay, and the last one would be...
Canadian work experience.
Score.
0.
Okay, so tatlong pwede mag-contribute sa inyo ng spouse niyo. One would be language, education, and Canadian work experience. Sarky was not able to get any points for that kasi hindi na sa tier 0, 1, 2, 3 yung naging work niya dito. So it needs to be in those tiers. Okay? Alright, so let's proceed with skill transferability factors.
Education, 50 points.
And the next one is?
Foreign work experience, 50 points.
Okay, those two I was able to get the maximum score. You know why? Dito ko paintindi sa inyo kung gaano ka-importante na makuha ninyo yung pinakamataas or at least the best that you can sa score when it comes to the language test. May it be CELTIP or IELTS kasi nakadepende yung score ninyo sa dalawang yon kung gaano kataas yung language test result ninyo. Okay, so...
Message nyo ako para mataas mo ko.
Oo. So, I was able to get the maximum points for those two kasi dahil mataas yung CELTIP.
Tama, mataas.
Alright, and then the last one for skill transferability would be?
Certificate of Qualification.
Wala ako nun.
0!
Oo, wala akong certification dito sa Ontario kasi hindi siya required sa trabaho ko. I don't need any certification katulad ng mga veterinary assistants. May mga certain occupation na required ang certification. So, for me, it does not apply.
Wala.
So, 0 siya. Okay, and let's proceed to the last category for the scorings that I have. This would be the additional points. Okay. So the first one would be
French proficiency or bilingualism.
I don't have that.
0.
0. And then the next one?
PR or Canadian sibling.
Wala
0.
And then Canadian education.
15.
So I got 15 points for Canadian education. So that's because of the post-secondary education in Canada, credential of 1 or 2 years. So as I said earlier, I have a 2-year postgrad certificate. Kaya I got 50. Okay. Kapag 3 years ka naman, mas mataas. So yung mga kumukuha ng 3 years, nasa 30 points po kayo.
Yes.
Okay, and then, ito yung pinakamalaking factor actually na nakapag-contribute sa score namin.
Arrange employment. 50 points.
Yes. So, unfortunately, tinanggal na po yan ngayon sa immigration. That was way back when applicable pa yan, which is only last year. So, kaka-implement lang po recently, na tinanggal na po ang additional points for any arranged employment. So, we're talking about LMIA with PR support. So remember, if you're not familiar with it before, there is such thing as LMIA PR support plan. So an employer willing to support an employee would be processing an LMIA. It does not affect your work permit kasi they will not, kasi may dalawang klase yan ng LMIA. LMIA PR support and LMIA dual intent, which is PR support and work permit extension. So for whenever, kahit ano doon sa dalawang yon, you will get an extra 50 points. So, I got that 50 points. Kasi if without that, I don't think matudraw kami. So, very thankful na during the time na kailangan namin yan, allowed pa siya. So, unfortunately, ngayon, wala na.
Sayang.
Yes. So, I think that's it. That is the breakdown of the scores that we have in order for us to arrive to a total score of
514, guys.
yes, 514. And thank you so much, God, for giving us all the points that we need for us to be able to get our permanent residency. Now, my advice is, since tinanggal na nila yung LMIA points or yung arranged employment, number one advice is to learn French. If as much as you can, learn French as early as you can. Get good scores sa CELTIP or sa IELTS. And find a job na nasa tier 0, 1, 2, 3. Yun yung mga pinakamagandang ways for you to improve your CRS as of now. Wala na tayong ibang magagawa. So, if you have any questions, write them. Send that to me on our Facebook page, Sarkian Aileen, or on the comment section. That's it for now.
Maraming salamat, guys, for
Agyaman!
watching. Agyaman!